Hey there, I'm John.
And I'm Josh.
And here we are, 2022 college football season, and we are up to week 11, starting to wind down at this point.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at week 11. We'll mention some of the games from week 10 as we go into week 11. We're going to try and go from, especially the top 10, work our way down, but other games that are interesting as well.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into this. First, we got number 1, Georgia. They're going to be at Mississippi State. Georgia just blew out Tennessee. That was supposed to be the game of the season, and Georgia just made it look like it was nothing.
Yeah, it kind of similar to last year. It kind of feels like Georgia is just kind of a league above everybody right now.
Yeah.
You really don't expect them to lose, especially in the regular season here.
Yeah.
I think they trounced Mississippi State as well. We saw that defense. I mean, you're talking about Tennessee, an offense that has been incredible all season long. Yeah. Nothing.
They couldn't do it. Like literally, they had Hendon Hooker. He couldn't do anything. Like, he could only throw short passes.
Yeah,
they
it was incredible.
Shut down his game.
It was actually beautiful football on Georgia's part. You have to admire Kirby Smart and what he's built there.
Defensively, Georgia is just like
another level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Georgia wins.
So Missouri is going to go at against number 5 now, Tennessee. That's probably a little generous to me. Now putting them at number 5.
It's a bounce back game. Tennessee's going to.
Who else is there?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
I actually like the rankings this week because all the undefeated teams are now in the top 4. There's kind of at least to me last week, like TCU's won every game they deserve to be in the top 4, right? So we'll talk about that later. But Tennessee, number 5, it does make sense to me. Who are they going to put ahead of them? I know Georgia made them look embarrassing, but let's be honest, they're still a great football program. I think they destroy Missouri.
They've got a great offense. It's just Georgia has all the answers.
They did.
So
Missouri, watch that tape.
Missouri,
and then still get beat.
You're still going to get destroyed by Tennessee. So then you have Indiana. They're going to be at number 2, Ohio State. Ohio State did struggle with number 122. Northwestern.
There's an asterisk next to this because if you're watching the game,
the weather,
it looked like they were playing sideways. I mean, it was some of the most
40-50 mile per hour winds.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what team you are.
Yeah.
Like, you know how easy it is to defend a game when a Heisman candidate quarterback quite literally can't throw.
That is true, but it's still Northwestern.
Yeah, but it's so... I mean, when you can stack the box with 8 players because you know they can't throw.
I'll give you that.
I don't know.
I will give you
I think
that.
Ohio State blows Indiana out of the water.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, if it's good weather.
Yeah, they will. Okay, then you have Nebraska, which is horrible right now. They're going to be at number 3, Michigan. This isn't a contest.
It's pretty much, to me, the rest of the Big Ten is just tune-up games for Ohio State and Michigan until they play each other, right?
Yeah.
That's all. Circle that on your calendar because that'll be exciting. But until then, I mean, it just doesn't matter.
And Michigan's playing really good ball right now.
Let's be realistic. They both. I mean, there's Georgia. They're kind of on their own level, but Michigan and Ohio State do look like the number 2 and 3 teams in the country to me.
Okay.
I would actually say Michigan's 2, Ohio State's 3. But
yeah, I would probably agree with that. Fine. Okay. Then you have number 4, TCU. They're going to be at number 18, Texas.
Yeah. Currently, I'm cheering for TCU to win the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it would be just so exciting to finally... they're the only new face right now that's even in contention. I guess besides Tennessee, if some miracles happen.
And I would say this for TCU. I mean, they've won some pretty big games this season. It's not like they've just... they're undefeated, but it's not like they've just won some cupcake games.
Yeah, I will say this. It's a little less impressive to me. Oklahoma State's trouncing, getting just destroyed by Kansas State. And Kansas State also losing a couple games they probably shouldn't have throughout the season. Big 12's kind of imploding on itself. Texas, this could be a tough game.
It could be.
I think TCU has to watch out, especially with Bijan as running back. You just never know what can happen. So watch out, TCU. Hopefully they win.
Yeah, and TCU they really need to at this point. There really aren't any other tough games left in their schedule.
If they win out, they make
this
it, right?
is it.
Yeah,
and they should win out if they win this one. This is a huge game for TCU.
It actually is.
Yeah. Then number 25, Washington is going to be at number 6, Oregon. So this is your Pac-12 showdown right here. Really. I mean,
Washington just beat Oregon State last week in a pretty close game. Oregon seemed to realistically kind of just be on another level in this ever since week 1, and they're trouncing against Georgia, which honestly, doesn't look all too bad right now.
No.
Right?
Everybody gets trounced
by Georgia. Tennessee just got
outside
trounced
of
by Georgia.
what was it, Missouri? Sort of hung with them a little bit.
Yeah, but that's fine. No, it's Kent State, right? They can't. Yeah, but I just Bo Nix playing well. The Oregon offense just looks really nice.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious to see if Oregon makes it to the playoffs this year. If you think about it, if a couple pieces go their way, I see them moving up, right? If they win their conference championship, they move above Tennessee automatically in my books. Ohio State, Michigan have to play. Oregon's losses to the number 1 team in the country, right? So I don't know. There's always an argument to me that they could potentially make it.
And they're right there if they continue to win out.
Absolutely.
For sure. Then you have number 7 LSU. They're going to be at Arkansas. So Arkansas just got beat by Liberty this past week.
Respectable loss, honestly, because Liberty only losses to Wake Forest by 1 point. Granted, everyone in the SEC is going to be like,
exactly,
like woo pig, get them out of there.
Not a respectable one at all.
LSU,
and LSU just beat Alabama.
Yes, LSU just beat Alabama
by 1 point. Okay, I was thinking about that. So the call to go for 2 there at the end of the game, it's. In retrospect, it's a brilliant call because of how it turned out.
Yeah.
If it didn't turn out that way, it would have been a horrible call.
My opinion on calls like that is if you're the lower ranked team, it's like LSU was not projected to win this game. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You win it. Oh my goodness. How incredible play call. Can't believe they did that. You lose it. People are like, they just didn't have it in them to beat the better team. Yeah. Right. So to me, it's a win-win.
But they definitely had the momentum at that point in the game.
Bryce Young, shaky, still had some incredible Heisman moments considering that he was injured. What seemed just to be off in general for him was his accuracy. But all in all, to me, Alabama's just lack of winning has been on the defense, right? Yes. To me, it's just some really, really bad defensive playing. This is a team that usually relies on defense, but Alabama defense just isn't what it was.
Yeah. Not like Georgia's this year, which is what it should be. Yeah. Okay. Then you have number 8 USC. They've got a bye week this week. Their only loss this season was to number 13 Utah.
Another respectable loss. I mean, the playoff polls are just wide open to me right now. Like, because USC wins out, plays Oregon, right? Or they play Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Utah doesn't have.
They should not. I know.
Man, Pac-12. So that's just why. Pac-12 is just wide open with some good teams. Like I know Pac-12 gets pushed around a lot, and people are always like they're the bottom dwellers of the Power Five. But like, let's be honest, that's the ACC first off, and then second,
it is.
And then secondly, like I don't know. To me, it's just I would love to see some new teams. USC's not new in the grand scheme of things, but I do believe they're new to the college football playoff. So,
and we're not going to mention them, but UCLA is still sort of sticking around in there as well.
Lots of Pac-12 teams, man.
Yeah. Okay. So then we mentioned Alabama. Number 9, they're going to be playing number 11, Ole Miss. So this is a very interesting game.
Ironically enough, to me, before Alabama went on their little losing streak, this was the game that I thought they were going to lose. Like, if there's going to be a team that beats Alabama, it tends to be Ole Miss lately. Like, they just have Alabama's number. Lane Kiffin.
The interesting thing here, Ole Miss's only loss is to LSU.
So remember, Ole Miss is banking on LSU losing to either Arkansas or I believe
which is not going to happen
as the final game of the season.
That's not going to happen. Neither one of those are going to happen.
Very unlikely, but that's what they're banking on. They're probably going to. Alabama's pretty much out, right? At this point, Alabama just doesn't think. Ole Miss still thinks they can have a chance here.
Yeah.
Although Alabama wins, beats Ole Miss, and wins out, and LSU loses to Arkansas or A&M, makes it so Alabama's in.
Yeah.
So.
LSU pretty much can pave their own way at this point.
Yeah, it's LSU's to lose, right?
It is.
At this point, I do think.
And if they win it out, they get to play.
Yeah, lose LSU while you can. I think Ole Miss could beat Alabama. I do.
If Alabama plays anything like they did last week, they would.
The defense definitely has to pick it up.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
They definitely
especially at Ole Miss.
I know.
Crazy.
Louisville is going to play number 10, Clemson. Clemson just fell to Notre Dame this past week. Not only fell like by a few points. I mean, they really were just clobbered. I mean, it was like they were never in contention to win that game at all.
Yeah, by the way, this is two top teams. Notre Dame is clobbered. So I don't know what was up with them at the beginning of the season, but they've turned things around for sure.
Yeah.
Louisville's actually pretty close here. Like I think Clemson's only favored by 7.
Mhm.
I do think bounce back win. Clemson does what they need to do.
I would think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have number 15, North Carolina. They're going to be at Wake Forest. Wake Forest has lost 2 games straight, Louisville and North Carolina State.
Oh, yeah. That was who Notre Dame also beat UNC, who's another top-ranked
That's right.
ACC team.
That's a good point.
UNC's only loss, I believe, is to Notre Dame. And now Clemson's only loss,
is to Notre Dame as
so,
well. So
first off, Notre Dame, just join the ACC.
You
make it more
the
exciting. Because you pretty much, like, it doesn't do anything, right? I mean, it's pointless to play Notre Dame. It doesn't hurt their conference record. It's just a little asterisk. Oh, we lost to Notre Dame.
That's right.
Anyways.
All right. So then.
Speaking of UNC.
That's right. That's right. So, okay.
So UNC Wake Forest. UNC NC State coming here at the end of the season looking real spicy because the winner of that pretty much wins the ACC unless Wake Forest and all these other teams start pulling out miracles or something. Yeah. But yeah.
All right. So tell us about Boise. So Boise at this point they are 5-0 in the Mountain West. They've really
6-3 on the season.
Towards the end of the season, Green is doing a great job.
Just had a tough loss to BYU at home, but it's just encouraging watching them play as of late, just compared to the beginning. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we thought we were probably going to be 3-6, 2-7. Like, really, honestly, didn't expect to win much. So it's just exciting to see Taylor Green do well, and especially against BYU, he did fantastic. The only reason we lost that game was because of our defense. This is a bounce back win for us. That being said, we hate Nevada. Nevada hates us. I could see them trying to pull something crazy and. Who knows?
I can't imagine that. Nevada.
Me neither. They've been pretty bad this
year.
In
the Mountain West right now.
They've hurt Boise in the past, so I try to not wear my heart on my sleeve.
That's right.
I do think we win.
That's right. Got any upsets for us?
I do. So last week I was 1 out of 1.
Yeah. 1 out of 2.
Thank you. 1 out of 2.
1 and 1.
Maryland at Penn State.
Yep.
The Tagovailoa brother is back. He was injured for a little bit. I think they stunned Penn State at home.
Okay.
Bold prediction.
Yeah.
Less confident on this one than I am my next one.
All right. That would be pretty bold.
I think number 22 UCF beats number 17 Tulane, who's only like a 1-point favorite, by the way.
Okay.
So, upset, maybe not. But either way, I think UCF wins.
Okay. Tulane's only loss was to Southern Miss, which is sort of a weird loss.
Very weird loss.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise they've played a great season.
I think they had a big win too.
But that would be a big win for UCF to be able to win this one.
Absolutely. And remember, both of these teams kind of front runners for who's going to be making that college football playoff bowl game for the Group of 5 team.
Yeah.
So whether it's like, I don't even know what they are now, Orange or one of those, but either way, huge game for them because you make so much money as a Group of 5 team when you make that. Even though UCF is soon going to be a part of the 12.
They will.
So, UCF beats Tulane.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Hey, that's week 11, what we're expecting to happen. Join us when we talk about what happens.
Go Broncos.